Morning, children. Today we'll read about changing society, new caste and hierarchies. Okay, so changes in caste-based society. With the development of the economy and increasing demands of the people with new skills, जिनको कुछ अलग different kind of skills, those who know, they were required to make goods. For example, smaller caste. As a result, smaller caste or jatis emerged within varnas. For example, new caste amongst Brahmins and Kshatriyas appeared. Okay, the caste-based society included many tribes. This line is important. The caste-based society included many tribes and social groups within itself and gave them the status of jatis. They included these tribes and they gave them the status of jatis. The Brahmins also recognized specialized artisans like smith, carpenters, masons as separate jatis. Now, jati rather than varna became the basis of caste-based society. Okay. Many Rajput clans such as Hunas, Chandelas, Chalukyas, etc. became popular and powerful by the 11th and 12th centuries. Some of them had earlier been tribes, but now they were regarded as Rajputs. They gradually replaced the older rulers. The rulers used their wealth to create powerful kingdoms. The society was developing politically, socially and economically. Here we have to see what is the important points here in this changing society. Growing needs and economy, the society required people with new skills. Okay. Next, new caste appeared and tribes and social groups given the status of jatis. Artisans like smiths, carpenters, masons were recognized as separate jatis. Jatis became the basis for organizing society. Rajput clans among the Kshatriyas belonging to Hunas, Chandelas, Chalukyas became powerful. Many dominant tribes adopted Islam. Underline. Many dominant tribes adopted Islam and rejected the caste system. Now changes in tribal society. Here some of the points we will see. The tribal became to follow the path of those Rajput clans who were tribes earlier and now became the Rajput rulers. Many tribes became part of the caste-based society with the support of Brahmins. The leading tribal families were included in the ruling class. A large majority of the tribal people joined the lower jatis of caste-based society. Many dominant tribes of Punjab, Sindh and the northwest part of the subcontinent had adopted Islam. Quite early, they did not accept the unequal social order of the society of the caste system. In fact, these social changes among the tribal people paved the way for the emergence of new tribal states. Now we will see about Gonds. We have seen the tribal groups. Gonds from where? We have seen this. Gonds were of Bhils, Gonds, they were of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, from that side, these Gonds. Let's see about the characteristic features of Gonds. Gonds lived in the forested region, Gondwana, and practicing shifting cultivation. We have this shifting cultivation we read earlier. They were divided into smaller clans having their own Raja known as Rai, R-A-I. Administration of Gond kingdom was centralized. Kingdom was divided into Gad. I think you see in the filling the blanks this is written Gad, controlled by particular Gond clan. Each Gad had 84 villages. Gad matlab village. Each Gad में 84 villages है called चौरासी Hindi word of 84, which were further divided into barhots having 12 villages each. Later, the Gond chief wished to be recognized as Rajput. This is the important line. This Gond chief used to be recognized as Rajput. Rani Durgavati, daughter of Salbahan, Chandel Rajput, Raja of Mahoba, this Rani Durgavati of Jabalpur, that is now in Madhya Pradesh, was married to one such Gond chief, was a capable ruler. She gave strong resistance to Mughal forces and preferred to die rather than surrender. This Rani Durgavati. Garha Katanga was a rich state which earned wealth by trapping and exporting wild and elephants. Underline, by trapping and exporting wild elements. Garha Katanga was rich state which earned wealth by this. Later the Gond kingdoms become weaker against the Bundels and Marathas. So today, up to this, then only one point left, that is about the Ahoms, and then conclusion. Okay, so thank you children.